What is up, my frosty brethren? My name is Arctic, and today is Thursday. That means it's Gears of War discussion day. I have a couple things I want to mention. I'm going to touch on Ultimate Edition first, just talk about some issues, where I'm at, stuff like that, and then Gears of War 4 a little bit. So the Ultimate Edition beta dropped. A lot of folks are having issues getting in, obviously, but it seems like more people are in than not in at this point. If you're interested and you found out how to get into the beta, I've seen a lot of feedback so far on a couple different issues. Weapon sliding is one. I don't think there's too many people complaining about it, but weapon sliding is still a thing. You can wall slide if a weapon is below you. I did that on Canals for the sniper. I also saw Fallout doing a straight up weapon slide. It's a little bit more difficult for me to pull it off because I'm using tournament control scheme, so I have to hit the left bumper with my index and then X with my thumb. So the timing feels really off as opposed to the AX roll with your thumb back when I played Gears 1. Or for those of you doing it for your default or alternate control scheme. The other thing that I think has a lot of discussion around it is active downs. I played a game the first day and I literally went back and forth with a guy on King of the Hill, just sniping and downing people and leaving them there. And I already know it was aggravating the hell out of some of the people that played Gears of War and know why the active was removed. But since then we've already had actives turned off, which feels a whole hell of a lot better for the sniper. But I would hope that people aren't going to have a debate about whether or not the sniper needs an active down or not, because it's not something that I enjoy playing with at all. And then there is wall bouncing and the shotgun. So wall bouncing was never a thing in Gears of War 1. I had some people ask that question. I'm assuming they played Gears 2 or Gears 3 and never played Gears 1. You cannot wall bounce cancel. You can't really wall bounce. If you see a wall, you start to wall bounce towards it, you're going to go to that wall. And then once you hit the wall, then you can bounce off of it. So there's no canceling of it. So if you make that commitment, some people are going to body you. That's why a lot of folks talked about, at least former Gears pros or competitive players talked about the strafe being the ultimate thing in Gears 1 versus the wall bounce. You can also melee stun people and wall bounce, which was a bug back in Gears of War 1. It's not fixed on this one, so you can still do that. And I haven't seen too many people trying it. I don't think that many people about it in the community know about it. So it's one of those things that I would hope that they correct by the time the game comes out in August. And then in terms of the shotgun, I'm going to be honest, I haven't had too many issues. I always say this every time. I feel like I haven't had too many issues with the shotgun. The one thing I'm noticing is that, one, if you down someone, sometimes it doesn't matter if it's shotgun or not. Sometimes they warp to a different spot. That's kind of annoying. And the other thing I noticed is if you are shotgunning someone and it looks like you hit them, you think you hit them, there's no damage, like the blood splatter doesn't come off of their body. There's nothing that is showing that you actually damaged them. And let's say you die and then your teammate gets a kill on them, and then it'll show up with assist points. So you got the hit, but there's no confirmation. You can't really hear it or anything. And I've noticed that a couple times. And I've also seen and heard some people, Skyless, one of my teammates, talked about the hit registration seeming a little off and weird with this remake. And I don't know if it's the new player models. I don't know if it's the shotgun actually not hitting and not actually registering damage. I don't know what it is, but I have noticed a couple issues with it. For the most part, though, by and large, I have just been bodying people with the shotgun. If I take it out, I've been trying to play with the sniper a lot more and not been shotgunning as much. But I haven't had issues where it's making me like super rage or anything like that. I've never been a player that does that. But I've had some issues with it here and there. Last thing I want to mention about the game is that I feel like there are some people that are upset about center screen, and I don't necessarily know if that's something that will bother me. When I played Gears of War 1, I had to go from center screen to from the barrel, and then that was a big change. And also they changed the speed of the game. So having a remake be center screen for me isn't really bad. Like, it doesn't make me feel bad because I knew it was that way going into the game. So I think, like, in terms of like expectations for Gears of War 1, a remake, I think there's a lot of folks that are like looking at it like it should be Gears of War 3, or Gears of War 2, and it's like, hey, this is supposed to be a remake. They said they've made some things better and fixed some things, but at its core, it's just a remake. So, I think the expectations there are a little off-putting, just from some of the comments I've seen from people. That's pretty much it. I don't really have too much else I want to mention. I think that the game right now for me is, I played a lot of Gears of War 1, anywhere between 2,500 and 3,000 hours because of MLG. So, I don't feel overly compelled to stream the game nonstop or post videos on my channel nonstop, because I've already been there, I've already done that, and I've tried to be an advocate for having new experiences on my channel, and showcasing that I'm talented in not only Gears of War, but every single shooter that I play. I like to showcase my ability to pick those up well. So I don't really see myself posting a whole lot of Ultimate Edition. I am going to play it. I am going to post. So I have some new gameplay to show you guys on Thursdays. I don't know yet whether or not I'm going to pick up another day or start posting it more than what I have already. So I just want to set some expectations for you guys. Last thing I want to mention is Gears of War 4. We saw the trailer for campaign, new enemy armadillo thingies. The main character, which I'm assuming was some blonde hair like Nathan Drake looking dude. I don't really have any strong, attachment to this character as of right now. I thought the trailer looked really dark in terms of lighting. I think that's what some people were kind of hoping for, I would guess. Just because there's a lot of folks that I remember back when Gears 3 came out, they said the game was too colorful. But I felt like that kind of really showed off the graphical fidelity of the game. But, I don't really care about the graphics on this too much. I know when the game comes out, it's going to look amazing. So either way, I think that whatever we saw is probably very early build. I don't think the game comes out for like another year and a half. So, I mean, I don't know what expectations some folks are expecting to see from a gameplay standpoint. I am excited for the Gears of War 4 beta that will be launching in spring 2016 as a part of, I think, anyone that purchases the Ultimate Edition. And I got to mention one last thing. I think the Ultimate Edition, I actually like the price. I was hoping for like $29.99, but $39.99 isn't bad. I just didn't want to pay $60 for a game that I already played, and it's coming out on PC. So those are all wins in my book. If you guys have any feedback about the game, guys, I've been looking at it, just kind of digesting what you guys have been saying. I haven't been participating in any discussions on the forums, anything like that. I kind of want to stay away from that as much as possible, but I'm very interested to see what you guys have been thinking about the game so far, since we're on now at day 4 of the beta. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think and how you guys are enjoying the experience so far, what things are bothering you, what things are not. And until the next time, folks, I will catch you all later. Stay frosty. If you like this video, you should probably click on the one down below. That'll take you to another video. You may like it. A little bit about me. I'm a former pro player. I play PC and console, mostly shooters. I also have a gaming podcast. I do tips and tactics, live gameplays. Check out my Twitch. Also, I work in the industry. Why are you not subscribed?